Hi guys, it's Marshall here with this week's Sanity Check. And this week we're talking about self-talk, and specifically how we are either applying victim talk or how we're applying hero or badass talk to ourselves. So what self-talk is, it's the inner dialogue we give ourselves about who we are, what we're about, what our value is, why things happen the way they do. So it's basically this inner chatter that typically is cyclical, like we run through a script with it, that we have in our head. And this chatter is often filled with the inner critic. So we're not coming from a place of love, compassion, or encouragement towards ourselves. We're often coming from a place of shaming, criticizing, being pessimistic, being cynical, and harboring our doubts, harboring our limits, rather than encouraging, expanding, and being curious about our life. Okay? So your challenge this week is to start looking at what you're thinking. And the easiest way to do that is to use the thought observation tool. We become aware of our thoughts as they move past us and realize that, one, we're not our thoughts. Who we are not our thoughts. Two, our thoughts are not facts. They're not reality. And they're not the truth. They are literally just thoughts. If we approach thoughts for what they really are, we get a very honest take on what we're feeding ourselves. What is our script in our head, basically. Once we know that script, we can literally write it out. And then we can begin to evolve that script with a new script that's empowered, that's loving, that's courageous, that's badass. And this script is something we begin to practice. So when we notice our negative script, or negative self-talk happening, we take a deep breath, we yawn and we stretch, so we become present, and then we begin to feed ourselves the new script. This is how we begin to rewrite our inner dialogue and our inner association with ourselves. An example from my own life is how I approach social situations. I used to be petrified of social situations, especially so with women. So what I started doing is giving myself a simple script to run. It's like, I'm really scared that they're going to think I'm an idiot, ugly, or stupid. Okay. That was my script. That's my fear. So now I enter and I go, I'm curious what I'm going to learn about these people. I'm curious what I'm going to experience. I wonder what I could do that would be fun, funny, or endearing. I wonder what I can discover in this. See, a lot of questions, not a lot of statements. The reason why is because questions give us the ability to use curiosity and to flow with the present moment. If I'm using statements like, I'm going to be confident, I'm going to be strong, and then they're going to like me, that's not something I can actually control. I can't control whether they're going to like me. I can't control my level of confidence. I can't control where I'm at. I can receive more confidence. I can bolster and influence myself to have more confidence. I can influence people and see what they do, but I can't control those things. So I have found it more effective to approach things with questions, to be open and curious, and to discover rather than force the outcome. That makes it so much easier for me to choose who's going to be in my life and who isn't. Because then I can answer that question, how do they fit me, much easier. So that's your challenge this week with the Sanity Check. Check in and see how you are talking to yourself, write that out, and then re-script it with something new. Something loving, something courageous, something curious. Okay? If you have trouble with this, let me know. If you want more insight into it, just comment below. Ask for more insight, and I'll get you some more information on that. Also, this kind of process is we dive deep into within Badass You and the Approval Junkie No More Master Course. And if you haven't already, come join us. Join your people. Join us. We've got over 170 people working on growing themselves in my public community. So the links are below, or on Facebook, they might be above. So join us. Okay? Thank you guys. You have a great day, and we'll talk next week.